Anglers Extra.
A doubleheader today between the Chatham Anglers and the Wareham Gatemen. Riley Reynolds is my guest for the catch of the day. Riley from Vanderbilt. Welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me.
So, Riley, first of all, you're a utility guy for this Chatham Anglers team. Is this a new role for you, or do you do this a lot at school?
Our coach teaches to be utility guys so you can play more positions, have more chance to get on the field, and so we've kind of been used to it at school ball and stuff, so now it's just kind of putting it into action out here.
What can you play on the field for everyone that doesn't know?
Basically everywhere but catcher, and I don't think I'd do too hot at pitcher either, but pretty much anywhere in the field besides those two I feel like I can play.
How much of a asset does that make you then for a team at the next level possibly?
Well, I feel like I could help people out because I can play a lot of different positions, so therefore I can maybe fill in for different people and have a better chance to play with being able to play 7 positions instead of just like 1 or 2.
Now, at the same time, does that affect your consistency at all because you're not ever going to be just playing second base all season long or just playing it short?
No, I don't think so because, I mean, every day in BP I take ground balls, and then if I'm playing the outfield I'll take fly balls. So it's just kind of getting a little bit of practice in before the game or whatever position I'm playing that day.
How do you know in BP where you should be taking balls? Do you see what position you'll be playing before the game and then gauge it there?
Yeah, they have a lineup up before we start BP, so you can kind of look and see what position, who's playing, and where you're playing, and all that stuff. So it's really helpful to see that before the game so you know where to play.
So you play at Vanderbilt. A lot of Vanderbilt guys every season come to the Cape League. Do they talk about that during the season?
No, not really. I mean, during the season, it's school ball and all that stuff, so therefore we don't worry about it until after the season's over, which hopefully would be Omaha, but we cut short this year, and then when we get up here, we just try to have fun and get better.
A lot of talent, though, on that Vanderbilt team almost every season. A guy, Jack Armstrong, who's going against the Chatham Anglers in Game 1. What can you tell your teammates about a guy like Jack, because you do play with him at school? Yeah,
he's a great guy, you know. He's always fun in the locker room, and he's got a great personality and all that, so it's fun to be around him. He's a great competitor, and he loves the game with all his heart, and then you'll see it today. He's a very emotional player.
And people fear him, though. He does have quite a fastball. He rides in the mid-90s at times. What can you tell your teammates on how to deal with a pitcher like that?
You know, you just got to see it up and just try to attack it. Don't let him get too far ahead in the count, and then he's got good stuff, so just attack it early.
Now let's talk about your family a little bit. You do have a pretty athletic family, I would say. Your father is a golf pro. How's your golf game?
It's awful. I just try to hit it as far as I can every time, and normally that ends up in the trees and water. So it's just, I didn't get that gene.
Do you catch any flack for that? Because your dad does teach people on a daily basis how to play golf.
Yeah, I still get lessons every time we try to play. He tries to teach me new things, and if I outdrive him, I try to teach him, just rub it in a little bit, but that doesn't happen very often, so I stay away from the golf course with them sometimes just because it's a new lesson every day.
Is there a future, though, for you in golf? I mean, not professionally, obviously, but, you know, when you retire, a lot of people like to play when they're older. Will you be one of those people?
I'm sure it runs in the family, so I'm sure when me and my brother and my dad all get older and done and have jobs and all that, then we'll eventually, you know, probably start something up on the golf course because it runs in the family. But as of right now, I don't really see it, but you never know.
How about your grandfather? Tell me about his athletic success.
He was a All-American running back at the University of Nebraska, and I think supposedly could have got drafted in baseball as well, but I never knew him. He died before I was alive, I wish I could have met him. He sounded like a great guy, but he was very athletic. And then my great-grandmother was also a track star at University of Nebraska, where both my parents went, and my dad played golf there. So we have a large history at Nebraska.
And you guys are very athletic, though, in a number of sports. I mean, you played, 3 sports in high school, right? Was that difficult to manage? Every single season you got to play another sport?
I mean, you get used to it. Growing up, I played different sports, so I got used to it throughout my life, and that made it better in high school, being able to balance all of it.
Getting back to the Anglers, you're only here barely a week. Is it tough to be able to meet a whole new team like this? And you enter late. Does that mean anything?
Well, it's just a little tough because everyone kind of already has their bonds with everyone because they've been here a while. But we're just trying to get to know everyone. Me and my teammate, Aaron Westlake, are just trying to get to know everyone and just get the feel of the team and kind of just fit in with the chemistry we got so far.
How have they been? Because some teams, you can see some clickiness. It doesn't seem like that is the case here with the Chatham Anglers. So do you think that everyone's pretty much accepted you openly and act like you're one of the guys?
Yeah, everyone's been great. Everyone's been real nice to us, and we just are trying to just be as nice, and just fit in with the team and all the chemistry. And everyone's been great. And we feel like our team's really starting to come together as a whole.
Now, at a Cape League season, you play almost every day. In college, you're playing a couple times a week. Is it a change for you? And can you notice that some guys are maybe getting burnt out at times? You go off yesterday, you played the day before, you got a doubleheader today. Is it tiresome?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's a little tired after just the long season at school ball, but this is kind of more of a relaxed setting. I mean, everyone still wants to win, but it's more not as intense as most school balls would be. And so, therefore, it's kind of you don't get as burnt out as easily because you don't have to do the long practices then mixed in with the long BPs and all that stuff. So I feel like everyone's, just kind of staying out there and having fun.
And we can't not talk about your game-winning hit last week. You pretty much just got with the team or just entered as a Chatham Angler, and then a base hit into left field, scores a run, wins the game. How were your thoughts after that? Were you excited, and have you done that often?
During school, I had a walk-off walk, which was not the same, but I mean, it was good. It was my first hit, and just good to get that out of the way. And then we won the game, so I was really excited about that. Trying to help the team in any way I can, and so it was a great feeling to have everyone come rushing over and just congratulate you.
How was that different from the walk-off walk? Did people still come and congratulate you after that?
Yeah, I still got the same kind of congratulations, but it was a lot more joking around because all I did was just watch the pitches. I never swing, so it was a lot better to finally earn the walk-off.
Was that a 4-pitch walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you still have to be patient. I mean, you can't bite at it, right?
Well, I had to take, so I just did my job and just stood there. So it worked out for us.
Riley Reynolds, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
That's the Catch of the Day. I'm Scott Braun on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Go Anglers!